Hello, you guys. Today is day 6, I believe. Yes, day 6 of the 12 days of Christmas. So let's get busy. So I hope you guys are having fun doing these. It's basically what we do every month, but in a different way. Had to get me a drink. I'm sorry. Okay. Getting our little pink inking pad out here. It's by Lawn Fawn Wild Rose. It's a pigment ink. Or dye ink, I mean. I'm sorry. But I'm going to open it out here so we can get some of this stuff inked. So, put the glue out of the way before I spill something. Okay, so we're going to start off with, we got this Santa, we got all these little things going on here. So I thought what we'd do first is get this Santa lined out. He has, let me put this over here too, and this over here. He is going to be in a glassine bag. No, it's not really a glassine bag. It's just a white bag. And it's one of the bags that come in the kit, and she usually puts thank you on it. So we're going to decoupage him onto this. Now, we are not going to be decoupaging him onto the page. Okay, I told you there was going to be a lot of decoupaging. Well, this is what I'm talking about right here. He is a cool looking Santa, and so I wanted to put him in the book, you know, so I was like, we'll just do it. Let's just put him on the bag. That's even better, because then you can have some control. I don't remember exactly how high up this tissue goes, but I did separate all the plies of the napkin, and so all we have to do is get him on here and then let him dry while we're working on some other things, right? Okay, so we're almost done here. Let's get him up here on this. So I'm just putting him on a bag, and I just used my pinking shears to cut him out, and then I decided to do the same thing to the top of the bag, just so everything looks like it goes together. You know, I always like to get things cut out and ready, and usually inked, but we've been having time to ink, so I'd rather work getting ahead on what we're going to do each day. So this is day 6. We're halfway. Oh my goodness. Okay, get Santa all sealed down here nicely, and I'm going to turn him around right here, get the top portion of Santa. I hope you guys are having a great prepare for holiday season, or holiday season, I guess is what I really am saying. I have been spending a lot of time finally getting my kitchen and my dining room decorated. I'm doing what everybody else in the world is doing. I'm doing that farmhouse theme, so black and white, and so far I'm loving it. I've added a little bit of color. My 2 colors is blue and red, and I had just bought brand new blue dishes before we bought the house, kind of a country blue, and I knew right away that, you know, that would be a problem if I changed, you know, how I decorated. So I'm still doing the same thing in my living room and everything. I just, whenever my son-in-law built my farmhouse table, it suddenly changed how I wanted to decorate my dining room. And so the table is just huge. It will hold 12 people and has a bench and 7 chairs. But yeah, so we're getting that all ready for Christmas. And okay, I don't think in this video there's anything else to decoupage, so I'm going to put that in the water. I'm going to close up the Mod Podge. You know, a lot of people will not decoupage when they're just sitting and doing their journal or whatever, because they feel like they have to drag everything out. Well, I'm here to tell you it takes seconds to do it. Just have water right there and you'll be ready to go. I'm gonna hit this real quick. If you don't like the sound, you can turn your volume down. Doesn't take as long to dry these bags as it does to dry inside a book. So we're getting there. Yeah, it's kind of wet on the back. It kind of seeped all the way through. So I cut part of the bag off right here on Santa's left side, or Santa's right side, our left. I made it smaller so it would fit the journal, since we've only got like 4 inches to work with, 4 to 4.5 inches. So I'm going to let this dry for a minute while we continue on. Now, on this page, we've got this beautiful Happy Holidays gold foil. And Santa is going to go right here. His bag is right here. And I thought in the gold, we could put some of the vintage wallpaper that came in the kit, which is this right here. Now, I'm not going to ink it because it's kind of a toss between pink and red. See, it's got a pink stripe and then a red stripe down the middle, which is not a true red, but anyway, I just want it to, I don't want it to clash, you know, the pink ink with the red. But we will ink the other items for sure. So I'm just going to put that down real quick right here in the middle. I just thought it would look pretty inside the gold instead of doing a whole page. Just line it up, and I just measured it and cut it out perfect. Don't ask me how that happened, but it did. Sometimes miracles do happen, right? Okay. If I can get down inside there to actually, you know, glue. I don't want it to pop up on us, but it looks like it's going to be okay. All right, this book, I had to rebind it. I know I've been cutting things in and out of the book, and I guess whatever I did, the book did not like. Okay, now let's go ahead and glue our Santa Claus onto the page while we're while we've got the glue out. Let me get my hands inside. There we go. Now, if you wanted to make a extra pocket back here, you could. I do not, because I don't need that many tags. But if you do, you can definitely have that little extra pocket. And yeah. Now let me flip this over and get him down on the page. He's a cool Santa. He's different than the other Santa we did. There we go, Santa. Now I'm gonna make sure his page is not sticking to itself. I'm gonna kind of get that tag down in there. Have to be careful when you glue it so it doesn't glue to itself. I'm gonna try to put this here, and then I'm gonna slide some vellum down in there. What'd I do with the vellum? It's right in front of me, probably. That's so funny. Where are you? There it is. Oh my goodness. I've got so many things in the house that's kind of just here and there. So I'm going to slide this down inside. Because if you ever think something's going to glue through to the next side of a bag or whatever, you can just stick something that it won't stick to down in there. Okay, so we've got this portion done. Now, we do have this season's greetings, which I think we're just going to cut out like this. We don't want any greenery. And I might decoupage this on at the very end. I forgot about it. So we're just going to go around and try not to, there we go. Okay. I'm going to have to take something and scrub my room really well whenever Christmas is over. I have so much in my room that's, you know, Christmassy. So let me put this, let me go ahead. I forgot to add the Mod Podge for this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Now we can decide how we want to put the sign, or the greeting. Here, we'll do it right there. Now, it's not going to be too bad. Just going to go like this. I'm going to go ahead and, I think, and decoupage this whole thing. You get a better feel for it when you do that. Where did it go? I bet it's on the floor. Can you believe this? There it is. There it is. There it is. Crazy me. Okay. Christmas greetings. Right here. I'm just going to get a little bit of Mod Podge and go over it just like that. And there we go. Okay, now I can actually rinse out okay, get that put to the side. Maybe we can get through this video now without, you know, let's set this over here to dry. So what I thought is we'd go ahead and ink these little things up here and get everything going to be glued on. Now, This is day 6 already. Oh my goodness. Just feels like we just started day 6, doesn't it? So let's do the tag here real quick first. This tag has red check on the back, and I'm going to leave that because this Santa has red, and I think it'll be fine. And if I need more journaling on the back, I'll just add a piece of paper back there. Maybe I can get some lined paper to put there, you know, so it's easier to journal. At least I think it is. Yeah. So see, we got that right there. And I'm just going to go, I'll use a black pen and write on the red is what I'll do. Now, all these edges, my little dauber don't like it. He's like, what are you doing? Okay, let's go ahead and do this little card here. I don't remember why I got this little card, but there's a reason. Maybe I decided I was going to put him somewhere. Okay. Who knows? There's a lot of things you can do with these journaling cards. Okay, now let's do this little craft tag, and I wanted to do a little bit on it. I'm not going crazy, but this is a Christmas tree tag, and when I say that, I mean that it has a Christmas tree that will pop out, and yeah. So I'm going to show you how we're going to work it. Okay. Now, if you look right here in the video, see how that has a little tree that's perforated there? So we're going to go ahead and take that out. Go ahead and take out the little star. Try to keep them together if we can. Come on, come on, come on. It's like it didn't get completely through the machine that cuts it. Oh, there it goes. It's trying. It lost its star, but that's okay. Now, I have this red ticket, and I just decided to glue the red ticket on the back. And then this can be covered in some, it can be covered in some of the craft paper, or not craft paper, but tea stain. We could put tea stain or whatever, or even craft paper behind there, because we just took this ticket and decided it would work just fine, right? You want, when you have this kind of tag, you definitely want to make it two-toned so that it shows right there. And I think that looks cute. I don't know what I got some water right here. Okay, so there we go. We're going to put some string in that. Let's give it a minute to dry. Okay, now put something on this one as well. So we could do it like this, and then we could add the to and from right there. I think that's what I want to do. Then we don't have to worry about the back of the tag, because nobody's going to be using it once it's off of there. Okay, let me poke a hole. Whoops. I have stuff on the floor, and that's what you just heard. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Always have to look and see where I'm punching, because what appears center a lot of times is not with these big giant ones. It didn't poke all the way through. I love it when that happens. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. There we go. Here we go. There. Now we will, I was thinking about, let's put it right there so it's not perfect, but it'll look good too at the same time. Now let's do a grommet. You want to? Let's see what happens when we do that. I'm not the best at doing grommets. I have a tendency to not be that successful with them, but I love the looks of them. And so that's what we're going to attempt. I keep picking up orange instead of red. Give me a second. Okay, so let's go. I think that one's going to be too small. Let me get a bigger one. Oh my goodness. Keep pulling out the smallest one in the group. What's the odds of that, right? Here we go. I'm going to put it in these holes right here. And then going to settle it in its little spot right there. Now hopefully, yeah, I didn't get it all the way. You know, that's just how it is with me. I don't get it all the way. Then I have to start hammering. And I think it's some of these colored ones, the color ones, I just have a hard time getting them to do what they're supposed to do. So I'm getting my hammer out. Sorry guys, it's going to get noisy. Plug your ears for just a minute. When that happens, you got to make it work. And my little nifty hammer will do that. So I don't hesitate to use it. Okay, so now we're going to get out some different twines and fibers. So we have red in our Santa thing here, but we also have kind of this beige and pink. But we also have a whole nother bag. Let me see what we got in here. This is all my fibers from all my kits. And if I have red in here, it would be from last year. And right there is a little bit of red. It's kind of a maroonish red. But we're going to see if we can get it to go right through this little tiny hole on the grommet. Okay. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just going to do, it's really kind of a maroon more than a red, a true red. But if you look at this wallpaper that we put on just now, it also has the same color. Let me cut that right there, pick this all up, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, just going to set this to the side for now. It will get picked up at some point when we're all we've completed everything. Okay, so here we go. We're going to put him inside the bag. This little tag goes in to the Santa bag. Now you can leave this little tag out if you want, and I think I know it's going to cover Santa's face. I wasn't thinking, I should have done it the other direction. Well, wait a minute. It will move since I didn't get it on as tight as it could have been, I guess. So let's do this just like that. Now we can put it in there. And there's our Santa right there. This is all dried nicely. And all we need to do now is add our tag. Now, I'm thinking that this pink doesn't look good. So let me get my little dauber that is red. If I have a red one. I don't know if I do. I have the pink one. Here's a one that used to be a little bit red, so we'll just use it again. That way there won't be any confusion. Yeah, see, that's better. It's going to give it that maroon red look because of the pink underneath, but it's going to look better than it does with that pink on it up against all this red. Okay. And I really don't remember why we have that journaling card there. So we'll just have to see. It'll come back to me at some point. So I'm thinking we put this right here under this season's greetings. And yeah, let's see what happens. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. 6 more days till Christmas Eve, I think. So I'm just going to line that right there for day 6. Yeah, I think it turned out cute. It's pretty simple. We've got the tag over here. And yeah, not much to it, but I like it. I like it like this. All right. So that's day 6. Let me see what we're at 27 minutes. So that's timing out just about right. Okay, guys, so if you have any any questions about the video, be sure and leave me a message and I'll answer the best I can. And I decided I want to add another color on here, kind of like the gold that we've got around, and this kind of looks like an icicle. But it might not work. I don't know if I can get it through there or not. It's pretty full. That's okay. We don't have to have it. We don't have to have it. We've got a lot going on already, don't we? Okay, so I don't want the Santa and the wallpaper to touch each other. So we're going to put this vellum right in here. All right, guys. So in our next video, we're going to do day 7. Now, I know you guys are busy. I'm busy. But I hope that you'll subscribe to my channel and let me know so that I can welcome you to our group. Thank you to all my subscribers that are my diehard buddies. And I love you all. I'm in a really good mood today. I want to show you something since we have a few minutes. I am making a wreath, and it is going to have, I don't know if you guys remember the old baby food jars. I meant to show you this in the last video and I forgot. That's just how I do. This is called a, back in the day when our kids were toddlers, they would move up into a bottle, a glass bottle, the baby food. And I think this was like 3.5 inches. Yeah, 3.5 inches tall. So I collected several of these jars because I have a Halloween kind of an arch that has these same baby food jars in the same size, only they're painted orange, sprayed, sprinkled with black, but they have different characters like a cat and an owl and, you know, different things for Halloween on it. Pumpkin. This is the Christmas version. And I'm going to do it on a big grapevine wreath. Now, I hadn't painted in years. And my painting on this is atrocious. At least that's my opinion. And back in the day, you did all your lining, all your long, skinny lines with a thin, very thin tipped brush. Well, I just went ahead and picked up one of the permanent markers, and when I went to put the lacquer on, it smeared a little bit of my letters. Now, I don't have his hat sewn or anything, it's just pinned, but this is Snowman Santa. Okay, he has a carrot nose, and I took a muslin and made his beard. As you see on the bottom, this is where the lights will glow out, and the lights will hook inside the lid. My husband drilled the holes open, and I painted the jars. Now I'm going to show you the jars. This is the head of the group, Santa Claus, the snowman. Okay, and then we have the star. It says Jesus on here. This is the gingerbread man, and he really smeared pretty bad. And yeah, he's not my greatest work, but that's the gingerbread man. Here we did holly. It says Christmas holly. This smeared really bad too. So frustrating because I put like 5 or 6 coats on these jars. I have 6 jars left, so if I may have to redo these or do something different, I don't know, down the road. And this smeared pretty bad too, but these are Christmas lights. It just says lights right here. And the candy canes are the worst. Oh my gosh, look how what used to be red and white is now smeared with black. This is the first one. I went to put the stuff on and I just didn't think anything about it, and boom. What can I say? So here they are. They're my cute little Christmas wreath that I'm going to put together as soon as I can get my cord covered. I ran out of red fabric. Okay, so here is the cord. You have to have one of these long cords that has 6 lights on it, and it's impossible to find them. I've been looking for them for many years, okay? I have one set that is with my Halloween set, but I wanted this one to have its own, and we haven't been able to find them anywhere. And we were in Branson's Michaels, and the manager, Amy, I asked her if she would, they had the 6 strand under their village that was for sale, and I asked her if she would be so kind as to sell me at the end of the season the cord. And she says, well, we really don't have a price we can put on it or anything, but yes, I will, but you'll have to come back in another week. And so my husband went over for me and picked it up yesterday, and now I have to cover it, the cord, in red, okay, red or green or whatever. So I started with red, and now I realize I'm not going to have enough, so I will be working. Look at this, is all the red I have. Trust me, it takes a lot to wrap these cords, and you do that because you can see it in all your greenery or whatever, and you want it to be the right color, not bright white, right? Anyway, so when my husband got over there, she only charged him $4 for this. Well, when I was over there the week before, they had them with single light bulbs and a cord, but they didn't have them like this, and they were $7.99. So I had my husband take that back and show her, you know, how much those were. And because she had told me she'd probably just charge me the same price. So excited as I am, and it did make me excited to know that I finally found it, and I can finish my little bottles or little jars. and move on to something different. So if you haven't subscribed, please do. And I'll see you on day 7 of the 12 days before Christmas. Bye now.